little bit of magic, a draft.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
And
like I'm not allowed to do that. It doesn't work with me anytime.
we've suspended your privileges.
You
Speaking
got your
for
draft
the-
that you
some
wanted.
glasses.
You
Huh?
did.
You survived like the 5 minutes you got your draft.
That was
It was rough.
It'll be a long tournament, guys.
It's only
Thanks.
day 3, 4, whatever.
Shout out to
Day
Twitch chat.
5 if you count the qualifier.
Day.
I don't know. Someone keeps
Day not
deleting the
last.
previous days in the schedule.
No one's
But day
deleted the
4, day
previous
4.
days.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
day 5. Day draft. All right, boys. Anything
He's
out
just
of the
making it
ordinary?
up as it goes along.
Open this up. Well, he opened up in the numbers. Like you guys analysts, your speciality is numbers. I'm just meant to like say whatever the host yells into my ear. But first phase, round up, nothing too out of the ordinary here on the bands, right?
Yeah, Kyle, Timber, is that Tusk? Yeah, Furion, all makes sense. I'm not shocked to see Secret getting rid of Death Prophet. To me, that's Limp's best hero, and also what Alliance plays the best around. It was the same with us back in the day in Complexity. Like, he just loves DP. He's really good at it.
Do you think we maybe see some like an early Dragonite pickup on Alliance? Another hero that Limp played
Yeah,
well.
if it wasn't banned. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't got an excuse. I got my glasses on.
It's alright, it's alright. You'll get there. Snapfire in the pool, but with no Phoenix. Probably won't see it picked up here. Most likely just your standard Grimstroke, maybe a Pugna or one of the Spirits. That'd be my guess.
Even little Chen got FNG in the team.
True. Shen.
That's normally a Gambit specialty. Just whip out a casual Chen.
Do you still rate Pugna highly? He did get some slight nerfs.
I think it's just, I was going to say Mars. Mars makes it. Mars is just kind of bonkers right now.
Everyone just goes.
I like Pugna. If you, again, I always like to think about what heroes' kits provide for them in terms of what would it cost to replicate and can it be replicated, right? And Pugna effectively has a built-in E-Blade and a 6-second cooldown. Pretty solid, especially when you're up against something like Mars where a decrep just straight up saves you through the duration of the ultimate. But, you know, we shall see.
And Shake it opened up.
Yeah, typical Secret Dota. They can play that on effectively every player, so no surprise.
But that is the fun thing about Secret, right? It's like their drafts, they're the first ones to normally be, outside of OGs, like they're a little bit more quirky than others. Everyone else kind of sits into their kind of rhythm. But
They
Secret's
just,
a little bit
what do you
quirky.
mean? They just picked Earthshaker, and you're telling me
I'm
they're
saying
quirky?
potentially. Look, later on, just saying, not this game.
Earthshaker,
Oh my god.
I can't.
You're picking my points to literal levels. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
the grand-
interpreting what you're saying literally. What am I supposed to do?
How does
He wants you to
language work,
interpret it
Kyle?
historically. I guess he's like referencing things like, you know, Brewmaster support and Secret leading the way with those type
yeah.
of things. That they're a more quirky team. But nothing too quirky with this opener,
What,
right?
what do you even mean by quirky?
A little bit funky, a little bit different, you know?
Yeah. Like, you stand out.
A little
Just by a
oddball,
little
like
bit,
you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rubik, no surprise there. I believe that's second most picked hero for this current patch.
Into an Earthshaker, no surprise. I will say I already I prefer Core Shakers against Rubik's because you can skip. You go like 2 points in Fisher, you max out the W, you get an Agnes point. You just kill the Rubik is the point. It's quite nice here against Shaker. It's always good to pick Rubik into a Shaker. I'm just a little concerned already because, to your point, Secret very much OGing the opener in the sense that we have no idea what these heroes are going to be.
Allowing
What position
themselves
are
to
they?
potentially be quirky.
Every
You know, it might have worked if you
you
shuffled your bow tie with confidence.
Technically.
It's like if you shuffle a deck of cards, right? If you shuffle a deck of cards, there's a very good chance that that order of cards has never before been repeated,
See,
right?
in
This is
the
the first
history-
time you ever get this ordering of cards. Dota drafting is somewhat similar, all right? Everything is technically quirky because there's so many heroes and so many different iterations of drafts that you can collect.
Thank you, Kyle.
So what you're saying, what I'm saying is what you're saying means nothing. Everything is quirky. Everything is interesting.
you.
Every game is different.
Yeah, to some degree.
This is like. So
I'm
your
just gonna
basically your
agree.
point is like there's nothing unique because everything's unique.
I would just, it's Earthshaker Enchantress. Is this not something LGD did 2 years ago at TI8 and then also
Do we not
at
go
TI9?
around in circles in Dota a lot of the time anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is also why players like Puppy are so successful and have been for so long.
So in a
because
given
the meta
point-
shifts and it cycles, but they still remember, you know, what
The
works
good stuff,
against.
the bread and butter. I'm just going to keep throwing phrases your way. In between the bands, I'm just going to just pump phrases and just let them.
Movie references,
Yep.
good old British sayings.
Yep.
So what you're saying is Dota works in pans.
Cycles, patterns, sure,
Nice.
same thing, whatever. There's an example. Hey, they picked Earthshaker. Let's go Rubik. You know,
DK got banned by Team Secret as well.
That was the
first
open
phase. Yeah, that was first phase. I haven't won those moments. What I was going to highlight is... What? Like, to be honest, I'm like just sitting here with this dynamic of him throwing phrases at you, and I'm just like, next pick, please. Next pick, please. Are we going to see a Grimstroke from Alliance? Because it works quite well with those heroes currently, right?
It works well with all the heroes.
There we go. But like right now, it looks good against these heroes, does it not?
Sure, yeah. Totally.
Are we breaking you, Kyle?
I'm broken. I'm in little pieces
We've
right
got
now.
a faulty Kyle. Can we get a new one? Just wheel him out, wheel a new one in.
They always have a backup stock of them, you know?
I would prefer something that offers more control, or rather like save, especially into a troll. I think Oracle could be good here. Pugna is also a really nice pick for your potential for. The only issue I have with Rubik is it kind of locks it into a 4 position. You don't really want to play Rubik 5 anymore. It feels really weak.
Yeah, I'd agree on that. Yeah, it's the Mars Rubik lane. It's just too strong at this point. You just want to just leave it there. But I'm going back to your point. I prefer the idea of you want to save against this troll, I think.
Yeah, Wyvern.
Shadow Demon as well.
Pool
Some
is quite
degree.
nice. Shadow Demon,
I think would be pretty good.
We seem to have seen a little less of Wyvern than we were previously. Do you think we're starting to move away from this save meta? With
It's more about the type of hero it is.
Slow.
You're very susceptible to high reach cores, specifically Ember and Void Spirit. You end up just getting picked off. Same with these heroes like Razor. You're not really a fan of playing into. It was better in the, it's like when the Mag meta was here. Wyvern was king, but without that hero anymore, it's not as likely. And yeah, they go for a typical Lich. We don't see this hero very often.
So I think that's the FNG effect coming in, right? Like he'd casually play a Lich.
But the thing is, you picked it into an Ench, right? So if I'm an Ench player, I just play into the Lich lane now, and I remove the shield.
Yep. During the game as well, you don't really care too much.
Lich is also typically weaker against 4 positions like Shaker because he's primarily a roamer. Lich can't really anti-gank, teleport into mid lane, doesn't really do a damn thing. In addition, you're susceptible to getting roamed on. If 3 heroes rotate up, you get blocked off. Lich is just dead. And again, you're into an Enchantress, so I'm already not really a fan of this pick in this spot. And we'll see how it plays out, but I think it's got the upper hand.
The laning phase of Earthshaker as well. The lane's always in a good spot for your offlaner, so Lich is never truly able to zone out that offlaner because it's always in front of his tower, right? In the first wave, block the camp, pull the second wave. Lich doesn't really enjoy that, so yeah, and Lich doesn't like this either.
Neither of these supports nor the offlaner can do a damn thing against the Batrider. This can be a core, could still be a support, and you make the Enchantress a 3, which I think you're leaning towards at this point. I think it's more likely a puppy Batrider at this point, but I will say I love this selection here from Secret because as last pick, they can go into this final end draft selection with total freedom, any role, any hero. Effectively, just the troll is locked into the 1 or the 2, but in theory, that could be Matumba Man or Nisha.
Yeah, exactly. They can just lane it anywhere. So
exactly. And I think this is the big advantage when your second pick is if this last hero can be anything, because it allows you to mold so that you're not only picking something that identifies and addresses what's needed to find your win condition, but also sets you up for favorable lanes.
Well, I think even though Secret have done all this flexibility, Alliance's draft right now, it's very, like, it doesn't look like there's a big hole. Like, they've ticked quite a lot of boxes, and it's like...
Alliance's draft.
Yeah, Alliance's
with
draft.
Lich, Rubik, and Mars.
Yeah. It's team fight, they've got a little bit wave clear, decent lane, other than the Lich lane. Lich is redundant, right? But it's like, it's not like they're in a Pango Pugna Chen situation like Nip was in yesterday, right? Where it's just like horrendous to look at. Like, this isn't too bad.
But they won that game.
They didn't. Like, that was game 2 where they got stomped.
Yeah, game 2 was very much in their opponent's hands.
Oh, well, I was...
Have you already rinsed that one for your memory?
Yes.
Given who was in it?
If you're...
You have to give him a pat on the shoulder after.
I don't know if my dad's watching, but we've joked many a time how the biggest thing, if you're going to be a fan of Friedman's in Dota, you got to have a short memory, because otherwise the pain is too much.
That's how these panels work. So they go for the Slark, actually.
Yeah, it's a sick matchup here into Troll and Bat. I just worry that it's too slow. This hero just feels like it loses every game
also
around that second item, and you just fall off.
Yeah, it's not really like a surprise, right? Like, when you pick the Bat like this, offering up 2 more picks for Alliance, it's like, okay, are they going to pick PL, Slark? Like, what's the obvious hero? So, like, in terms of the draft side, I think Secret will just already have...
It just feels like fights don't go long enough for Slark to really utilize his kit properly.
He wants to go in, then
yeah, you want long
attack,
fights, and
right?
straight up nowadays, especially when you have a hero like Mars, it's just either people die in the onset, or
we're done here,
or they
boys.
don't. And you don't really have methods of elongating team fights right now because it's effectively just during the Mars ult. and that's about it. Laning phase, if you get against this bat, could be solid. But the way I see it with Secret's draft right now, you're just going to put the Ench Shaker top. Batrider's going to babysit the Troll against Mars. It's perfectly fine for your Troll here. And neither of these supports can deal. So this bat support's going to be king.
So what do Alliance round this up with? Like, how can they repair their draft best right now?
I would have said Queen of Pain. Secret just banned it. So they need like a real tempo core, someone who can just dictate. Thank you, thank you.
Excellent
You do it.
insight
Thank you.
there.
Well, it's because I was going to say it here, look down, I was like, oh well, I'll scuff that one.
Well, they
I
banned
was
the
too
monkey
distracted
thing out,
by
though.
looking at you, Carl. But yeah, I think Alliance, they just need someone who's active, can connect between the lanes.
Knowing Limp,
grapes.
it's
Too
a puck,
greedy, right? Oh,
or-
puck, yeah, true. That's
or it could be. I think it's just going to be puck because it's limp.
It's true. You do know him quite well. The other favorable heroes already banned out, but the Ember made it through.
sure. That can does the same concept of moving between.
They
the map.
did ban out the monkey.
Aggressive.
I'm just really worried about this. This Alliance draft has no beef. The supports are squishy, and now Ember's going to get counterpicked to the lane. I'm fairly certain you lose to Troll mid, so we might just see Nisha play it there. Alternatively, OD is an option now for Secret.
Yeah, additional saves. Anything else?
I think OD might be a
you like?
bit too slow though. Like, yeah, okay, there. Necro.
Okay,
That's
Necro.
even
Even better, yeah. It's same
Now they have
concept, but
someone to sit behind, right? Like you've got your Necro can move around. He's gonna have a strong lane.
It's also one of the best heroes against Slark because you typically don't want to get a BKB early, and you have to be very cautious because if you don't get your ult off, by the time you hit 50% or so, you might just get scythed.
See ya.
You're going to get popped immediately. This is a really nice draft from Secret. Very balanced. I think they have optimal, or rather superior lane shove, tower pressure. It's a clean draft. All boxes checked.
But I would say though, Alliance, if they don't have, if the laning phase isn't too rough for them, like the Ember just goes Vessel, Slark with a Diffuser Blade go around the fight, he doesn't really get locked down too much. You have the beefy boy on Mars who can, soak up a little bit of that early damage. You waste a spell or two, bada bing, bada boom. Slark's having a fun time.
Do you even believe what you're saying?
Why would I not be saying it?
Alliance are taking notes right now. They need to believe this.
I think if Alliance can just stem the bleeding of how awkward laning phase will be, yeah, they've got a good shot.
So I'll take Secret. Who are
And
gonna
I'll
win
take
the
Alliance.
Oh, look at that.
Necro, they have advantageous lanes.
Yes, of course, Secret have everything.
They have
in their
late
favor.
game.
Yeah, he likes an underdog in this.
Yeah,
situation.
I'm going with the I just look at this and go, they could. So I'm gonna go with the underdog, even though I think the Secret draft is better. I would agree on that one. I do think Alliance has
Now
the
you're
avenue to win.
backpedaling. No, you gotta have
All right,
conviction.
boys, save the
have the avenue
backpedaling
to
for
win.
later because we've got some people on the line. We'll see if there are split as you two. Odie, Pixel, and Fogged are ready to take away the commentary on this one. Have at it, boys.
Thank you very much, Killer Pigeon. Certainly looking forward to this one. Secret versus Alliance. Fogged, I hope you're here with me. How are you doing, Fogged? And what would you say sort of on the panel's comments? Do you sort of agree that Secret's got the upper hand here, or are you sort of siding with T-Gov and you can see something that Alliance can get done with these heroes?
Oh, hello. Yeah. Hi, by the way. It's been a long time. It's been quite a long time, dude. I've been casting some Dota in ages. No, I casted some with Dakota. But no, I hate to say it. I'm siding a little bit with Kyle.
Yep.
I do like Secret's draft quite a bit. I think the Bat Necro pick, actually, for me, were just perfect picks. I think the Slark's a response, but I'm not sure if I like it so much. And I think they're probably going to manipulate lanes a bit. So, yeah. Should be fun.
Now, well, let's see as we get into this one. Game one, ladies and gentlemen, of Secret versus Alliance. Over on the side of Secret, we have them instantly smoking out of the base to get some of the jobs done before the battle begins. In terms of who's playing who, it's all pretty much the standard. Niche is going to be taking the Necrophos towards the mid. Zai on the 3-bat, Yaps also putting on his Shaker, Puppy on the Ench, and Matu carrying on the Troll. Over on the side of Alliance, we've got S4 on the off-lane Mars, Hanscam playing the 4 Rubik, mid lane to be mastered by Limp and his Ember, and top lane will be looked after by Nico Baby carrying on the Slark, supported by FNG, who it's going to be pretty exciting to see what FNG can do alongside the members of Alliance. Bottom lane.
Bottom. Oh, someone might be in some trouble. Oh,
Who are they going to go on? He's looking for a Fisher.
it's looking like S4.
I think that may just be... Oh, we'll see. He can walk around a little bit, knocks him back with a shield crash, but with the slow from Puppy, S4's going to struggle to escape this one, and he cannot. First blood goes the way of Matumama. Excellent way to start things off, and Secret, yeah, with that early smoke, able to get in position and catch out S4. Not quite prepared for them to be hiding in the trees in the way that they were, Secret.
I love that smoke. I think that's when you are dictating and saying, we have better lanes. We know we have the heroes that are better laning for it, and now we're going to get a specific matchup. So you see the Troll and the Earthshaker immediately start running toward top. They want to be the ones to lane versus that Slark, put the Bat versus that Mars, and you're in a pretty much dream scenario here for Secret. This looks like it could be actually 3 winning lanes, depending on what happens top, depending on how Shaker plays with the fissures. Because I think like Troll will be able to get stuff up top anyway, right? He's just going to be able to fissure it back all the time. Slark will farm, but I do really like the lane setup right now for Secret.
I mean, is it something you think that Alliance are going to feel that they have to avoid? Are we going to see them switch it up, or?
I'm just not sure what their options of switching it up is.
Because you are right. These lanes look incredibly tough.
Because now Ench is also going to go top, even just in case. Like, it looks like Puppy's got a lot of freedom. He's going to decide what he wants to do. Zai's got a good position to lane. And with that fissure up top, initially, does put in a good spot for them to put harassment onto Nico Baby. So this looks pretty dream right now for Secret.
Yeah, it's going to be incredibly hard for FNG on his own to sort of make this area safe for Nico Baby to farm it. Puppy already just doing his job with Yapzor, forcing FNG back. Really putting the pressure onto Alliance, and it's going to secure this incredibly safe area for Map1 to farm and also just to have the opportunity to look for kills if Alliance do step a little too far away from that tier 1 tower. Even if they're under it, Secret with this pressure, they can look for opportunities to dive and play aggressive even behind the tier 1. So
yeah, and they're going to be able to pull side as well too here. You see Puppy's even taking the small camp too. He takes the ghost, so no pullback for you, FNG, and they can play super aggressive. This is really scary. And it's, this is the pick order, right? They picked the Lich into the Enchantress too, so now you're kind of forced into not being able to go Frost Shield in the lane as much.
Did that sort of surprise you a bit? Is that something you feel other teams would avoid, picking Lich into an Ench?
I'll be totally honest, I have not been watching the most Dota, and things are changing a lot, but I haven't been seeing Lich too much.
I mean, Nico Baby tried to go for this. He did commit with the pounce with the help of Hansken and the Fade Bolt. Will stop Secret from being able to turn around and punch. But I mean, we saw it there. FNG did actually skill the Frost Shield as that second point, but instantly, as soon as Nico Baby jumps in, Puppy just takes it off, and effectively feels like a skill point wasted anytime the Puppy's in the lane.
Yep, definitely agree. He tries to get aggressive with it, but can't do so. I'm actually most impressed right now with mid. Lip's doing a very good job for himself. I've seen this matchup go pretty disastrous for Ember Spirits before, but he's doing perfect. Might get worse as the levels go on, but I thought it would be a little bit worse for Limp is all.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine I've got to agree that you would expect it to get to a point in a level or two where Limp, he's either going to be sticking around and ferrying out an insane amount of regen, or he's going to have to look elsewhere on the map for progress early on, because Nisha's just going to be able to take full hold of that area. Yeah.
And these lanes look really ideal for Secret continuing. They bring the full tri-lane top, which now, Map1 gets pushed a tiny bit back for a moment here, but now you have a Bat Rider in a 1v1 versus Mars. Like, this is just perfect for them.
Obviously up top. Fisher onto Hansken. Hansken will be able to cut through the trees. No scare for him. CS-wise for the 2 carries, Map1 12 for 3, 13 for 3 against Nico Baby's 9 for 1. As expected, having that lead because of this aggressive tri-lane that Secret are succeeding with pretty strongly so far. Bottom lane, we'll see how much S4 could continue to hold out of this. It's not an easy matchup for S4 to play. But so far, CS has been pretty even between the 2 solo laners.
Yep. Mid is now starting to get worse for Limp. He's starting to get pressured quite a lot, and he's going to have to start backing up. That's where Nisha's going to be able to take advantage of that, take over the lane quite a bit here. Limp is going to solve up, but now we're starting to see, he's got the last hits, but like you said, he's spending a lot on regen. Yeah,
he's got to spend so much. It's going to be a very slow and painful road towards that bottle. It's going to take a few waves or so and a certain bit of beating. He tries to head in with the flame guard, but even through that, Nisha just punching back and making it incredibly hard for Limp to get away with the CS without losing pretty much half of his HP each and every wave.
Puppy with an easy little courier kill behind. We see also Puppy, something they're doing up top. If you look at the levels of both Puppy as well as Yapzor, they are not taking much experience from Atumba Man. He's nearing level 5 in the next few moments. So they're just making sure to get that soul inner. I know a lot of people have been doing that quite a bit here recently. It's just like prioritize your carries XP. But yeah, they're really making sure of that as top.
He's nearly able to get FNG there. FNG will be able to back away, and maybe Matu got baited in a little deep. Panska's going to be able to sweep in with the fade bolt, and Matu, he saw FNG, really wanted to try and chase for him, but tunnel visioned a little too much there onto FNG's Lich, and it ends up costing him his life. A big kill for Alliance to get in this top lane that so far seemed to be very hard for them to play, but mistakes like that, they will be punished.
He was excited. He was like, oh, I got this. Swapping between stances, trying to get a little bit of movement speed.
Yeah, and I think it was down to sort of the reason you were touching on before, the fact that he was getting such good solo XP to start off because of the way his supports were playing. He just felt very strong. You know, he felt that he could just go for that, but wasn't the case. Excellent move from Hansken to make sure that he was in the neighborhood to offer that final bit of burst to get the kill. Mid lane, what we're seeing
bottom
here,
S4, he's got, okay, he's gonna just TP. He had 8 stacks. It was a bit of a scary situation for a moment.
yeah, we'll be around the time where the bounty runes come up, so Zai's going to be able to grab both of those down on that half of the map whilst S4's back in the base.
Ooh, they were trying to set up on mid there. They were trying to catch Limp before he hit 6, but he just was able to. And they actually had a ward placed down right afterwards, spotting out Yapsor in the mid lane. They almost were able to set up for a kill. Now they should see Yapsor, so Limp should be a bit careful, keep himself topped off so he doesn't get stun comboed.
Yeah, he's got the bottle out. Yeah, I mean, we really can see, CS it is even, but it's about 600 in it because of how much Limp has had to spend on his 4 or maybe even 5 sal during the late stage. He's going to try and jump in for Yapsor. Yapsor has got to be careful, but Limp, he doesn't have enough mana for another Slight Fist, so even if it comes back on cooldown, he won't be able to catch Yapsor. Niche is able to force him away. Good bit of spam as well with that Arcane Rune that he has picked up. Also, of course, means that painfully for Limp, he won't have a rune to find and refill his bottle. He is going to have to sit again in lane, out of regen, and this time not only just health, he's out of mana as well, so the opportunity for clearing a jungle camp, that's off the menu as well. This is where it starts to get really painful for Limp in the middle lane in this matchup.
Yeah, and I mean Necro seeming like a pretty neat hero with the new with the changes that's been coming, right? Like you don't need a bottle, you don't need any of that. You've got your own type of sustained game. So Ember relying really heavily on the runes, not getting that one, yeah, really hurts.
Yeah, he's gonna have to just take the trip back to base. But obviously having the remnants out, that will at least allow him, now he's 6, to have the quick and easy, efficient method of getting back and forth from the lane every now and then.
Yeah, they're suffering though. It's already 3k advantage for Secret, and even though he is like holding his own a bit in the mid lane, and what I mean by that is not losing his tower, it's still getting pressured a lot. Yeah. It's down to 750 HP. He's not being able to like make moves around the map like he would probably want to be, since they have these losing lanes, because he has to stay mid or they just lose too much map control. So a little bit of an awkward moment here right now for Alliance.
It's sort of the only silver lining really Alliance have right now is that the Ember, he has levels, right? He's in the situation, he hasn't got items, but he's at least got levels. It's just going to be so hard for him to do anything with those levels. Limp's got to be incredibly smart with his play. His experience is the one sort of power point that Alliance have right now. Top lane, Nico Baby's going to get forced back. Puppy does get lifted underneath the tower. He will die for this. Hansken seeing a good opportunity to grab the Ench as Puppy strays too close to the tower.
That was a great lift. Yeah, like you mentioned, like the Ember, it's going to be a lot on Limp. That's a great kill they get top. It's the pace of the game is going to be dictated a lot by him, especially because, I mean, S4, he's still level 5, and I think Zai is about to level 8. So you're starting to see really the power of those laning setups that Secret has set up for themselves. But S4, he's almost at 6. Maybe if he's about to hit it here, and then if he can get a good counter gank, that can bring his game right back up top.
Again, just super efficient plays from Nisha, grabs the haste rune, instantly just sort of steps into this area of the jungle. So no longer is this position safe for Limp to go, all right, I can step back, pop another flame guard, clean a camp on the way home. It's not going to happen. Nisha just realizing his strength. He can go here. He knows that there's no way that Alliance can send heroes over towards this area of the game from anywhere else on the side lanes. They have to be sat up here protecting Nico Baby. Mid lane is not somewhere they're going to look. Unless S4, he's coming over. He's actually just come over trying to run away from Zai. Zai has chased him all the way over here, used the lasso. Nisha's able to step in. They'll kill off S4. TPs are coming in from Alliance. What can they do to turn this? They'll look towards Zai. Limp sending him with a remnant. He's trying to jump in onto Nisha. Nisha's the focus, but he's still got 8 1 charges, a Fairy Fire, and another Death Pulse. Is it enough to keep him alive? TP's coming in for Nisha. He pops the 1 charges, but they kill him off. They've got the damage. They'll get the kill. Zai also will finally finish off FNG. Hansken's going to start sweeping over. He has got a Fade Bolt available with those stick charges. Is he going to have the range? Zai, he's trying to run. Limp, he's got another Slight. No points in the change yet, of course, with this build. Just maxing the Flame Guard and the Slight. So Zai will continue to move away S4,
S4
still
something.
wants him. Zai's going to go for the TP, but with the spear and the nuke, they'll kill him off. Another kill for Alliance, who despite this sort of laning stage that they are losing out on gold, they are still able to trade with Secret in these early skirmishes and get kills.
It's something, you know, it's a little bit of something there. That silver lining, sure. It's still problematic. You see Nico Baby's bottom trying to find some desperate place so he can farm as the Slark. But they do punch back slightly, and they keep that tower alive for a little bit longer by all those TPs. Still not great though, by any means.
No, it's one mid. Nearly gets Yapsol, but knows he can't commit with Nisha stepping over, and of course Nisha yet to find an opportunity to use that size, so that continuous threat is there, meaning that Limp has to play careful anytime he wants to try and commit for one of these support kills.
Nico Baby just wants a place to farm. He shows his face bottom, gets impetus a couple times, has to actually back up, heal up.
And with that movement from him down bottom, Secret, they're going to look towards the top lane. They know that S4 is going to be sat up here trying to soak up some levels. Yeah,
tower's pretty low as well, and they've got the great surround here with Zai smoked.
They're going to start things onto Hansken and onto S4 at the same time. Zai's diving in, pushing S4 back, making sure that the position is secure for them to easily kill off Hansken. S4's going to just TP out away from this straight away.
Maybe
goes towards mid, sees if he can maybe find an arena opportunity because he knows the Secret moved up here. Looks for the opening, the arena, into the spear. He's caught out Nisha. Nisha's still able to get the Ghost Shroud. This bouncing Chain Frost continues to beat him down though in Alliance. They'll take out the Necrophos. Yapsor is going to try and slap back onto Limp, but Limp's more than able to step away. And Alliance, again, they're getting away with these moves. They are getting the kills.
That was a great move by S4 there. I think he got a bit lucky there that Zai didn't actually decide to just completely chase him out top. Zai kind of decided not to because he didn't see other heroes. But S4, instead of TPing base, he TPs mid instead of panicking or anything, and they do set up for that nice kill there. Chain Frost plus the Mars ult can be pretty good depending on the situation, if there's like creeps or if there's just like 2 or 3 heroes standing inside.
Yeah, they do have some good mid-game combos for sure. Alliance, even just having that control when you have an ally such as the Ember Spirit, it's going to allow Limp to do so much damage. We'll see what sort of itemization Limp wants to go. He's nearly got the phase boots complete. And I mean, he's definitely going to want something that amps up his potential early game, whether it be the Blade Mail or the Yule Scepter, something that allows him to get in and really help the team out as much as possible. Zai looks for an opportunity to find the lasso, but Limp was prepared with a defensive remnant.
Oh, it didn't actually point out, but outposts, I think, looked like they were taken by Dire, right? Yeah. Looks like Alliance did sneak that in.
All right.
So we do see at least like the gold is like almost 5,000 lead, but experience is pretty even actually. So at least they're getting something out of the map. We know, like we said, like the 3 lanes, they had some the lane setups were pretty perfect for Secret. They have lost their 3 tier 1s, which is probably the scariest thing out of all of this, but they are at least getting some small gains, at least in experience. But still a lot more they need to gain in order to be able to contest for a Secret in the next few moments.
Yeah, they have to be incredibly efficient with their early purchases, Alliance, to make sure that the little money that they do have does allow them to be fight ready. Bottom lane, Zai seizes an opportunity to lasso onto Nico Baby. Nico Baby still has the Shadow Dance ready. There's no pounce though for a long time. Of course, just level 1, a very long cooldown early on. Zai is going to turn towards FNG, but with the Chain Frost and the Blast, FNG will be able to take Zai down. He is stuck in the river. Yapsor will be able to trade. So they'll get the 1-for-1 and actually manage to find Hansken top. Matu was able to dive in under the tower using the battle chance to seize another opportunity for Secret to claim a kill. S4's going to see if he can try and catch him out. Unfortunately for him though, it looks like that ghost is going to slow S4 down enough. That means that S4 is unable to close the gap, so they won't be able to punish it. Yeah, 6 for 6, 5k lead for Secret. Experience certainly a lot closer than the gold.
Yep. I actually like seeing how slow heroes are now. I don't know, maybe if I'm like an evil person or something, but seeing all these agility heroes crawling around the map at normal hero movement speed is really something. Maybe that's just the support in me coming out. I'm seeing everyone just moving slower, having less spell resist and everything. It's just a dream. Love it.
The smoke wrap around Limp. FNG and S4, they're ready to go. They'll look to commit onto the Shaker first. Get rid of Yapsor. Nico Baby's in, he's able to pick up the stack too. Jumps over towards Zai. Limp's got chains back up in 5 seconds. Matu still
Back
no
up.
up for 25 seconds, but the backup, it is here for Secret. Nisha charges forward. S4 dropping a defensive arena to help create the distance. Nico Baby still being focused by Matu, but he's got a pounce and Shadow Dance available if he feels too pressured, and he'll be able to jump away. Alliance won't lose anyone as they're able to back off safely and make sure that Secret don't get a catch with that reaction.
Oof, I mean, that's a bit costly, that arena. If they can look to avoid a fight for the next like 60 seconds or so, that'll be really ideal for Alliance, but Secret, they're just actually going to back up, it looks like, and just farm up a bit here instead of looking to take any type of fight. YapzOr, though, is getting chased out mid pretty hard. Zai with the Aegis, though.
And there's a lasso. There's also a Reaper's Scythe. This is going to be a painful death for Limp. They'll even drop the Echo, the triple ult combo from Secret use to make sure they're not messing. Oh, I mean, that really is just this extra salt in the wound, losing the courier on top of that, on top of being Reapered. Limp out of the game for 50 seconds. And
He's really
so
been putting the pressure onto YapzOr a lot, but he's getting, you know, they're kind of baiting him a little bit here now, I feel.
Oh, yeah. They know how Limp wants to play. He's going to be looking for these dives. He's going to see these supports. He's going to feel strong because of the levels he was able to find in what was potentially a very tough matchup. But obviously losing this momentum as the Ember Spirit is going to be very costly for Alliance. He really is that playmaker that Alliance cannot afford to have mess up in this key point of the game.
Absolutely. He's the one that really has to like try to hide, or try to hunt the back lines in particular. Stop the Batrider from getting any type of good lasso, get on top of that Earthshaker before, or when he does get that Blink Dagger. Still pretty far away though for YapzOr. He's only like 700 gold toward it. Nico Baby is getting good space though, at the very least. Like I said, Silver Linings quite a bit here still for Alliance. And now YapzOr again.
I have a bit of a poker on YapzOr. Limp's back in the game, so he's going to be able to offer the backup that Nico Baby needs to get the kill. Jumps over. Takes down YapzOr. We'll see if they find anything else around this mid lane.
They're really slowing him down. Like, look at this, like Puppy's almost got the same net worth as an Ember Spirit, but YapzOr is all the way down bottom there.
Alliance, they're playing exactly as they need to at this point. They're just looking for moves, getting the Slark and the Ember involved early on. They've just got to make sure backups are available each time. Limp can't afford to go in without anyone else by his side. He always
they
needs
got a deep ward.
Extra bit of damage to get the kills.
They've got a deep ward down here, trying to get aggressive onto that mid tower, but again, thwarted and pushed away. Secret's really addressing their towers. Look, mid tower is, as you expect, it was a Necroverse Ember, but it's pretty much full HP. Every single time we do see a couple heroes of Alliance try to set up for a tower, they have been reacting a lot. Bottom is still almost full HP. Wondering if they're even going to bother to defend that one, though. I think they're going to trade it for a Roche, it seems.
Yeah, they did pop the fort to try and slow down some of the damage from the creeps a little bit, make sure that Alliance required to stay around that bottom half a little longer if they do want to finish the tower off, meaning that they're not here to contest Roche. Matu's in, they should have the damage, and of course Nisha's got the sustain if required. And Alliance, they don't seem to be catching wind of this at all, or if they did, they're not showing any intention of heading over. This will be a free Roche and Aegis for Secret, as they'll be ready to make their next move. Matu also closing in on the BKB, just a recipe away from having BKB. Top lane, Hanskin going for the TP. Zai won't be able to bot Sin in time. Hanskin's already out. They'll move Matu over, and Secret can look to pressure this tier 2 up top. Same thing to be said though down bottom. They finished off the tier 1, and Nico Baby pulls the wave all the way across towards Secret's tier 2. He's also very close to having his Diffusal Blade done.
Yeah, it looks like they're waiting for these item pickups, because S4 is also pretty close to a Blink Dagger. It seems like they might have been aware of the Roche happening, but just probably choosing, we're not fully strong enough. Our Ember is not actually going to do too much in the fights right now, so we need to have these better initiations and an actual way for our Slark to fight, because Slark can't fight with just phase drone. He needs this Diffusal. But when they have all this together, if they can actually look to catch Secret off guard, they do have a better form of initiation now when they do have that Blink Dagger on the marks. I don't believe that. Okay, actually, just kidding. Zai just got the Blink too at the same time, so that kind of counteracts a lot of Alliance's plans, because Batrider is pretty much, is like, in my opinion, the best hero versus Mars. You can just, of course, bring him out of his arena. You can just fly over, etc. So now, who's going to get the first jump? Both teams are smoked.
See if they can catch up. Jump in. S4, no hesitation. Instant lockdown with the spear. YapzOr's gone. The blink once again postponed. due to Alliance's quick jumps to make sure that YapzOr just never gets the space to farm in this game. Slowing him down as much as they can. Zai going for a little bit of a bait play, jumps in but doesn't commit with the lasso onto Limp.
Okay, looks like Matumba more greedy item, by the way, too. He went for a basher for this play since he has an Aegis now.
All right. I guess feels confident. They've got good amounts of sustain, at least, both Nisha and Puppey being able to offer up heals for Matu.
Yeah. I mean, this is, I think it's just, like, he got Aegis. At BKB, maybe he would have been a little bit more cautious. But yeah, with this, and they play super aggressive immediately, too, right off of that. Even though they lose their Earthshaker, YapzOr he's level 8. He responds really fast. Quick reaction, clearing out the waves. They're trying to actually prioritize YapzOr to get that Blink Dagger now. They're playing a bit more around him to protect him.
Yeah, you see, he's finally getting there. He's finally
Zai,
getting
though.
there. So
Nico, baby.
Oh. I mean, Zai's dead. They just dive the tower, they take the kill on him. Matu's going to TP in. Matu is alone. There's no further backup here yet. Now extra TPs will come through. Matu turns towards S4. S4 holds his ground. Juice at the shield. Nico, baby, punching into Matumba. Matumba, he's lost all his mana to the Diffusal Blade. That's his first life down. The Aegis is popped. Alliance, they're back off. I mean, I think Alliance, very happy with that to take away the Aegis from Secret in a situation where, it's not Secret pushing down your lanes. You're moving over and you're able to take the Aegis away from Matu as you will and please.
Dude, that was really cool the way that they set that up too. So S4 was like pushing in the lane and pressuring, and Nico baby was actually kind of like doing this little ninja play, sneaking around the side. So he checks to see if there's a ward, of course, with his vision, and then he just sits there waiting for a TP, and he's just right on top of Zai when he TPs. I'm sure Zai was just like, oh, okay, that was a great play. Just a good read by the two of them there.
Yeah, man, and Nico, baby, if he gets this BKB done in good time, through the BKB and the Shadow Dance, some of Secret's heroes are just going to die. This slug's going to get on top of you, and he's going to start biting away. Limp's going to have the opportunity to follow up. Bottom lane, Hansken, he's been sort of living down here for the last few minutes.
Ooh.
Finally, he does get picked off by Zai. Arena drop from S4, but nothing is going to come from it.
I think he got... I want to say that Nisha got like instantly force staffed. I clicked on Puppey, I just moved over instantly, and Puppey's force staff was on cooldown the moment I heard the
Yeah, he
ults.
definitely did, yeah.
So he just got it probably split second in between that Mars wall.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now without the arena, Secret will play with that in mind to their advantage. Push down mid, take a tier 2. They know it's very unlikely Alliance is going to want to look for a fight. At least against the entire team of them when Secret start moving for objectives. Puppey's going to TP down bottom. An area where Nico baby is currently using to his advantage.
Got the double blinks now on Secret too. YapzOr finally does have it finished. So initiation definitely in their hands.
How's the items doing for Limp? He's got his Vestal done. And then the BKB after. I mean, the new Vessel, I gotta say, it's, I mean, on an Ember Spirit, it sounds pretty brilliant, right? Because this is a hero that is going to just be constantly staying in the front of the team fight, and everybody's going to get hit by that aura for an insane amount of time. This Ember's always going to be on top of you, so overall, this item seems pretty insane on a hero like Ember Spirit.
I feel like they
No,
just
they-
like,
it was
they made
good.
it better. I feel like they like made it better almost.
It's that much better. I mean, sort of overall, it's that much better if you sort of take into account how much you're just doing passively throughout the duration of a game. But yeah, on a hero like Ember, this is going to allow Limp to pop off, and it does take away quite a bit of what Secret rely on to keep Matumba Man alive. Until Matumba Man has his BKB, he is absolutely a liability. Alliance can very much kill this troll.
Absolutely. I mean, Vessel is probably one of the best items you can buy in this one versus a Necro and a Troll. It affects everything, right? It affects lifesteal as well. Yeah, lifesteal too, so it affects versus the Troll ult, it affects versus quite a lot. It's a really strong item now. Already was very good versus these heroes, but now arguably even better because, there's the Dispels that can come out and all that, so this is now going to just prevent that without them being able to dispel it off of each other to protect them, so do definitely like Spirit Vessel. It's changed quite a bit.
I mean, I've got to be honest here, this is a game where, Alliance, they are 8k down, but the way that they've played so far, like, with the draft, I think it was always going to be this hard. We knew that they were going to suffer, and the fact that they're here right now and they've got the items that they have goes to show that Alliance, despite this draft maybe on paper not necessarily being sort of the rock to Secret scissors, they do have a really good idea of how to play these 5 heroes, and it is starting to really piece together, despite being behind in gold.
Yeah, a bit worried about if they're going to be able to actually chunk through people with their damage, because I think the panel was mentioning like their damage, they need their fights to take quite a bit of time for it to really ramp up. But Secret, I think they're okay with fights like that too. You see, like this Necrophos is super tanky. He's just going to be able to sit. It seems like it'll just be difficult for them to actually ensure and bring down a target and burst them down in one single type of actual stun, because Secret just has a lot of different ways to cover each other still. Be it what?
Sure.
I think two four steps, I think, right? Yeah, 2 4 steps.
You've got the one on Puppy, and of course the one on Zai. Yeah, Zai. Speak of the devil, he's looking for an opportunity to get a jump. Who's he going to find? He's looking for S4. He's found him, straight onto the Mars. Is there any sort of way to save him? I think they may just have to let S4 go. He'll throw out a spear, but he's burning down to the Firefly, and the rest of Alliance, they'll back out. They don't want to mess with this. They know that there's no saving S4. Then we'll throw out a chains and a vessel, but the Lotus Orb, they're ready from Nisha, will instantly remove that from Zai. So they do have, of course, that very nice Dispel to play against any sort of poke from Limp like that.
Yeah, they're preparing their itemization like perfectly this game, just covering their bases. Now the BKB's finished on Matumament too, so he's going to be very impossible to bring down if he is covered with any backup, which likely he will have because Secret's all kind of playing together here. Now for the next few moments until I believe that Roche spawns, then we'll see them probably just go for that one immediately. We see Zai is already trying to push out bottom wave as far as possible so that they can play toward the top side of the map instead of even worrying at all about bottom. So they can look to just hunt the only place that Alliance really can go right now, which is top.
And both teams, I mean, those sort of items are there. I don't think anyone's really waiting for anything too major. You do have the BKB done on Nico Baby as well now. So both teams carries ready to head straight into the front of the fight. S4 also able to finish off his hood, so we'll have that's a little extra survivability if Zai does commit on him again like he did down bottom, and maybe long enough to the point where the rest of the team can come forth and bail S4 out, or allow S4 to play into it aggressively, dropping the arena.
Can they get a grab here? They're pinging right now.
It's going to be hard. Secret is pretty tight amongst each other. They're all around. They do get the spear opening onto Matuma Man. Nico Baby's going to try and jump in onto the Necrophos of the backlines, but with the Ghost Shroud, he cannot continue to hit. He pops the BKB, but he's been lassoed. He's getting focused by Matu, committing the ult. Shadow Dance also out for Nico Baby. Jumps over towards Puppy. Puppy slides up to the high ground. Nico Baby's going to be able to chase with the pounce, but the attack speed debuff is too much.
Matu.
Nico Baby cannot feel off the kill. They find the middle lockdown onto Mars. S4 in trouble as the Fisher traps him in next to Matumba Man. The Mars is dead. Is everybody else going to be able to get out okay? Hansken and Limp will TP back to safety. Only S4 to fall. Nico Baby, he's still thinking about poking back in, but he has no Shadow Dance or BKB for 30 seconds. He's got to be careful. Limp and FNG also maybe looking for a chance to get in onto Secret, but Secret, they've already left the mid. They're into Roche. They're going to be taking it down in a matter of seconds. Alliance, can they really contest this without S4 in his arena? He's still dead.
They have to is the scary thing, but it's too much for them to handle.
Oh, they're trying to get in. Nico Baby pounces a little awkwardly down to the river, but they cannot get any closer towards the Roche pit. Secret will be able to secure this Aegis and cheese for themselves, making that worth lead even greater now at a 13k advantage.
Yeah, and
there
we see
not finding the opportunities.
Yeah, we see the problem they're mentioning is the damage. They see Matu, they're like, oh great, we've got this pretty cool grab, maybe we can actually combo him down, lock him down, he gets Lotus Orbed, and either way, he's just way too beefy for them to actually burst him. And then they just back up and reset. Nico Baby actually got slightly lucky that he got the BKB off when he did, because he got lassoed right as he did. He could have gotten rebooted and the fight would have been even more difficult for them. Now Matu is pretty deep down bottom.
Oh, he's just popping the ult with the bashes, the roost. Nico Baby's got the BKB and the Shadow Dance in time, but Yapsor jumps in. Echo Slam to lock down the Rubik. Nico Baby still with the BKB going. They do kill off Yapsor. They'll turn towards Matu, but they've got to do it twice. He still has that Aegis. Another bash on a Nico Baby, a pounce away. Nico Baby will live, but so will Matu. Matu doesn't lose the Aegis. They aren't quite able to finish taking it away from him. Nico Baby wants to get back in. He's healing up thanks to the Shadow Dance. But Zai and Nisha, they are around. Commitment with the chains onto Nisha, immediately removed by the Lotus Orb. Jump forward. They're looking for the spear connection onto Zai and S4. He'll find it. They'll get the kill on the bat. Now they can chase for more. There's only 3 left on Secret. The chains control Secret. They're falling apart a little bit. Matu pops the cheese. He's ready to go for another round, or is he? He's ticking down low to the Spirit Vessel. Again, removed by Nisha with his Lotus Orb. Jump up for Nico Baby. They get the connection onto Puppy. Double kill for Nico Baby. Baby. Alliance, they've got to keep chasing. Any opportunity like this, they cannot let it go. They've got to look for as many kills as they can. Nisha tries for the TP out, but FNG, he's in, pulls him back with a sinister gaze, momentarily buying time with the Yours and into the Ghost Shroud. He's actually able to full heal himself with that magic wand. Nisha's fine. Alliance cannot dive for this.
He's still at 47 stacks. Nico Baby's still thirsty.
He's looking for the sweep round, pops the drums. Nisha's hiding in the trees, they've got him. The arena's down, the spear connection, they've locked him out. He loses himself, but what does it matter? The Fissure, it buys enough time. It separates Nico Baby from Nisha. Nisha's still alive, gets the Ghost right out, but Alliance, they should have the magical damage to get in. They do, they commit with the Remnants, they kill off Nisha, they kill off both Yapso as well. Matu and Zai, can they turn this around? Zai's in with the lasso, Matu has the damage. They kill off Nico Baby, Matu's going to try and chase for more with the range of that battle chance. He's on to Hansken, the root instantly there. Matu will claim the kill. Alliance, they dove, they knew that they had to, they played their aggression almost perfectly, but it was to a fault. It was enough time for Secret to come back in the game, and they turn it around. They get the kills, and Secret will keep this game held in a similar position to what it was before this fight.
I think this is also, that's Secret's mango tree, I'm imagining, yeah, right, too? So I think they just saw absolutely everything of Alliance when they're trying to do that sneaky wraparound. It's in full vision of Secret. So they actually get like the perfect opportunity who they want to pick apart when they do try to over-aggressively go like that. With even though it's a 50-stack Slark, he was trying to do as much as he could. Secret saw it all coming. They were able to plan out. Nisha dies, but in the end, they do get some big kills. And Alliance doesn't, they get a lot of kills and a lot of XP out of it, but the map still is in just good, like, pushing favor for Secret if you look at the location of all the lanes, even after all of that. So a bit too over-aggressive by them and gets punished again, but they're trying to do what they can at this disadvantage, and it's just showing how strong Secret's draft is.
I think if anything, what's sort of allowing Alliance to really keep themselves held in is the fact that they are getting these fights outside of their base, right? They're forcing Secret to go through the Aegis, to go through the cheese in situations that aren't allowing Secret to sort of use that and push to the high ground. Yeah. So it may get to a point where they're able to push Secret back to waiting to the third Roche, and then Alliance could have a chance to get in. It's not going to get any easier. They can't make any more mistakes, Alliance, but there's definitely a little bit of an out that could allow them to turn this. Secret, they're not giving any chances though. Instantly with the smoke, they're looking for a jump. Nico Baby's got his eyes on Matu. Zai's on the high ground. Nico Baby, the Shadow Dance, he knows that he's being watched, and that's going to allow S4 to actually find the read to jump in. They've separated Zai from the rest of his team, but Zai's able to force down to the low ground, finally gets back to the safety of Matu and Puppy. Commitment from Nico Baby on towards the Troll. He'll get the axes out. Good chain frost from FNG. He'll get a couple of bounces, forcing Matu to pop the BKB. They'll finish off the Lich. The rest of Alliance still maybe looking to get in. Nico Baby, he's moving in towards Puppy. Nisha will show an instant jump back from Nico Baby. They've got the Yules. What's the combo? S4 tries to throw down the spear. He was prepared for a shaker to try and jump in onto Nico Baby, but it wasn't the case. Nico Baby pops the BB, the Shadow Dance. They kill him off once. Can they do it again? S4 knocks him back with a shield crash. Just a bit of a poke with the Remnant from Limp. Unable to get Secret past the base, and Zai, he finds the opening, jumps in straight away on top of Limp. Limp is lassoed, Reaper, he's dead for 2 minutes, and this Ember does not have buyback. It's still on cooldown. Alliance, they're going to have to try and hold at least what they can without their mid player for 2 minutes, which should be more than enough time for Secret to take a lot from the base of Alliance. This mid-racks will be gone. We'll see what Secret wants to push on for more. They could certainly try and look for at least a second lane. They could maybe even look for tier 4s. Pull in onto Matu. They'll try and look for the spear place, but Nisha, no hesitation, instantly had the Yules ready for S4 to try and look for that play and get countered by Nisha with the pre-cast Yules. Down bottom, Zai pokes. Nico Baby does ward him off. S4 has got buyback. He can get back into this. He still has the read available. So they've got some sort of way of fighting them as a team. Nico Baby trying to hide in the trees. BKB available once more. Are they going to try and play with the buyback? They are. S4 buyback. Aggressive TP is coming forward to fight with Nico Baby. They'll look towards the back, but the Yules dodges the spear. The Fissure from Napso is going to trap them in. Nico Baby has got an extra pounce to get out. He's looking on towards the bat, and he'll get it. Zai will fall, but now without the BKB, he's got to be careful. Does still have the Shadow Dance. Buyback from Zai comes into play. Nico Baby's looking towards Yapso. Jumps in, pots the Shadow Dance in an attempt to commit on the Shaker, but he has to back away. The Fissure will clap him. Nisha's there with the wrap around. They'll beat him down. That is a dead slug. Another core out of the game. No buyback. And Zai with that buyback himself, he's able to get in, lock down S4. They'll be able to take out the third and final core of Alliance, leaving them absolutely defenseless in this push that Secret can resume down bottom. Only the poor old Lich and Rubik left alive, and these supports, they can't hold this
They're
one.
gonna call it,
GG is called, and Secret will take game 1. I mean, I'd say
There some really good core heroes, and just I think their matchups, specifically like hero matchups, were just felt too strong. Like the Batrider is just so good in this game versus Mars. Like Slark kind of counteracts that a bit there, but then you have the Necro to counteract the Slark too, and then the Earthshaker.